Fellow Nigerians, today I would like to address the vloggers and the bloggers, those of us that are into the social media that releases videos on YouTube or we are writing on the social space. I'm addressing us today because it is no longer news that the government of Nigeria is out to enact laws that will attack those ones in the social media, anti-social media law, because they don't want us to talk, they want to gag us, because they have a lot to hide. But I am here to encourage you, if you are a YouTuber or you are writing on Facebook or whatever, that you must keep writing, you must keep talking, let no man stop you. It is your right to talk, it is your freedom of expression, you must not forget that. It is your right to protest. You have the freedom of association. Let nobody intimidate you. Anybody, no matter their position, know who you are, know what you carry. Nobody is more Nigerian than Nigerians, and we do not escort anybody to Nigeria. And as we do all of this, we must begin to cooperate as vloggers, because some people on YouTube, they talk about others, petty gossips, and but great minds should be discussing ideas. Let's discuss national issues. Let's discuss institutions. Let's criticize government. Let's praise government when they are doing well. Let's bring out constructive ideas. Let's join them to formulate strategies that will better the lives of each and every one of us. Because the truth is that the destiny of future generations of Nigerians, lies in the hand of every Nigerian that is alive. We have a role to play. What brought us to the position that we are now in Nigeria, that has become very embarrassing, is because we Nigerians, we remain silent for too long. We endured and tolerated for too long. What many countries will never ever tolerate, we tolerated them. And that is why we are suffering what we are suffering today. So if you hear some people say they want to break Nigeria, for every reason they want to break Nigeria, they forget the fact that it was because they remain silent. If you could not challenge your local government chairman, you could not challenge your governor, but you want to break the whole of Nigeria. There is a Nigeria in every village, in every local government. Even if you break Nigeria into 36, we go nowhere. We go nowhere. We stay and build together. The countries who are living in abroad today, they fought their ugly past. Now it is very difficult for them to even give you visas because they don't want to go to their yesteryears. And that is what we must do as a people, because we are so blessed. But we must not allow anybody, especially the less than 5,000 people, are the people oppressing Nigerians today, oppressing 200 million. And those same group of people don't want us to talk. No greater insult can you give to a man than to say, shut up. What have you got to offer? So we must begin to talk. We must focus on national issues. We must begin to share our videos. We must communicate with each other. You could even take the title of the video of somebody else that makes meaning for national development, put it in your own words, put it in your channel, so that it can have spread and more emphasis. That is what we must do. Because if you look at Nigeria, the artists, Nollywood, they have all gone silent because they dine and wine with government. They are a very selfish group of people. They are more interested in what they put in their pocket. That is why when 100 Nigerian soldiers were being buried in Borno State, Major General Muhammadu Buhari retired, was hosting Nollywood in Aso Rock to campaign for him in the 2019 election. So these are the issues that we must begin to discuss, must begin to cooperate. Let's not wait for the so-called stars anymore. We should begin to unfriend them on Instagram, on the social media, because they don't want our support anymore. They rose to fame with the patronage of the people, but now their mouths are sealed. We cannot continue waiting for people like that to speak. There's power in our tongue. We shall not just speak, we must also mobilize Nigerians towards social disobedience when the time will come. Because it is in the interest of politicians to listen to us now. If they don't listen to us, it will be at their detriment. Because as they begin to borrow and to steal from us, Nigeria will become so bankrupt that the rich will no longer be able to sleep, because the hungry will be awake 24/7. then there'll be nowhere for them to run. So it is in their own interest to listen to the criticisms coming on from social media or anywhere, so that they can begin to tailor the country towards development. We have given Nigeria to them. Some of them killed. Some others did ritual. They rigged to be in power. So if they don't perform, it will be at their detriment. It will be at their detriment, because at this point, they don't want us to talk about the fact that ex-governors and their deputies are receiving millions of naira for life as pension after looting their respective states. They don't want us to talk about those senators that are always in sex shops or in hotels with prostitutes. They don't want us to talk about that. They don't want us to talk about the fact that they rigged their ways into offices and they support cultists and ritualists. They don't want us to talk about that because they have a lot of things to hide. They don't want us to talk about their forged certificates and their unconstitutional salaries. They don't want us to talk about budget padding. Budget is 200 billion, they'll make it 300 billion and pocket the rest to increase the poverty and hardship and the unemployment of the people. They steal from the blind, they steal from the sick, they steal from those that are in the hospital that have not been able to pay their hospital bills in the name of furniture allowance, and they take it as wardrobe allowances. Yet they don't want us to talk. We are going to talk far more than we've talked before. Every Nigerian, even if you don't have a YouTube channel, open your channel, begin to talk. Begin to talk. And as we talk, we must act. And we are going not just to talk about talking, we have to act also in such a way that all of this will dovetail into social disobedience. Because very soon, not too far from now, Nigerians that are in the social civil society, they'll begin to understand that the time has come for social disobedience. Civil disobedience. Civil disobedience is a system where Nigerians will stay at home. Nobody goes to school, no market, no bank is open, no transportation, no fuel supply, nothing. We all stay at home. So that those less than 5,000 that want to steal and destroy our country, let them rule themselves. By the time we embark on civil disobedience, they will listen to us. Because at this point, Nigerian politicians, they don't listen. Because they feel that it is not our votes, it was not our votes that brought them into office. Their own stock in trade is to loot and appropriate monies to themselves against statutory laws. They don't want to talk about the fact that they steal so much, impoverish the people, and use the money to send their children abroad, while our children study and learn under mango trees. We must talk, because Nigerians must realize that we owe future generations of Nigerians a better life. We are their heroes that they will call heroes past, just as we refer to the Nnamdi Azikewes and the Awolowos as our heroes past. We owe it a duty to future generations for them to have a better life. Keep talking. Keep acting. There is a protest, there is legal actions. Revolution without ammunition. Legal actions. Anywhere, please stand up and be counted. Together, we must overcome. And the time is just around the corner. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.